Hello and welcome back to our Planet Coaster 2 career mode. And in this episode we're going to finish up chapter 1, Rolling With It, by finishing the Summit Awesome scenario. So as always we will shift this over to hard, and then we'll jump in.
Just smell that mountain air. Smells like opportunity. You see, I bought one peak and the agent just threw in the other one for free. I couldn't believe my luck. Of course, I paid twice the asking price for the first one anyway. Who wouldn't want a mountain theme park? But look at me putting real estate before pleasantries. Hey there, I'm Hank, the new intern for acquisitions at Coaster Coast. Basically, I'm in the land business. Finding it, buying it, standing on it. I do it all.
Hey guys, how's... Oh, whoa. We are way up right now. I thought you said you bought land for a park, Hank.
You're looking at it. Both of it. Them. The land, I mean. Lands. We own both mountains.
The two sides? But they're not connected.
Everything's connected, Brad, except these two peaks, you're right. The agent made it seem like one heck of a deal, though. He didn't seem like the lying type to me.
Deal or not, mountainside theme park sounds wicked. We'll make it work. Let's do this.
Alright, so Summit Awesome. Two unconnected peaks might not seem like a wise location for a park, because it isn't. But Hank is certain that this place is prime real estate. Maybe it's the amazing views, potential for thrilling coasters, or even the rush of a steep challenge. Unfortunately, it's probably just the free pen the agent gave him. Either way, put your engineering ingenuity to the test and make these mountains a peak holiday spot. So we do have a coaster already built here for us, and it is packed with people. So that's pretty cool. We do have to get 4 flat rides. And actually, let's take a look at our others. We need to build a new coaster with a drop of 147.6 feet. And then we have to set it to open. So let's actually take a quick ride on this, because this looks like a pretty cool coaster. Alright, yeah, so that's a pretty nice ride here. Let's actually... Yeah, I guess bargain's gonna... let's not do bargain. Let's do custom. Let's do 450. I think that should be fine. A lot of people in line for it. It kind of reminds me a little bit, at least the first drop, of Oblivion. I have not been on Oblivion, but obviously I've seen some videos of it and whatnot. But I think we need to just get in here and plop in some flat rides. Okay, so we have our four flat rides in. We did the Tiny Eye in this nice little area over here. We can go ahead and get this open. We will do, let's see, bargain. So we'll just hit this with a, actually, you know what? I kind of like the $11 for this. So we'll keep that. We have the Monsoon Chute, which is telling us we can charge a whole bunch of dollars, which we're not going to do that. We're not looking to rob our guests here. So we did $15. And then over on this side, we have the teacups, which is going to be pretty low in terms of dollar amount that we can charge. And then we did the buoyancy because I think this one does a lot of, it's just a little crazy with what it can do. We're going to do $10 for this one. So there we go. Now we've got our 4 flat rides. Now we have $11,000. We should, no, I wasn't selecting you. This, how is this not? Wow. Can we change this like $6 at least? Oh, everyone just disappeared out of line. So that's interesting. It is a pretty small coaster. So there's that. Look at all these people coming into the park. This is going to be a wild park. I don't know. What's this? Staff building small. So we have some staff. We need to build a coaster that's going to have a pretty large drop. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Let's see what we can build here. What would be a good coaster? Ooh, that would be pretty good. That one wouldn't be terrible. No, wooden coaster I don't think makes sense. Wing coaster, not really. Water coaster. No, I kind of like the idea of having a. Yeah, that's $7,000 though. We're clearly gonna have to make some money here in order for us to. Oh, it's so expensive. Alright, we're gonna have to do. I think it was doing premium. Actually, I think it was on dynamic. So I think I guess that's fine. We need to get people on that so we can make money that way. You can see, wow, these are making us money. That's good. This one, for whatever reason, this doesn't seem to draw in as many people. Monorail incomplete. We are aware of that, and I believe the idea for this is it's a shuttle monorail. So that's something we will have to take into consideration. We probably should get some food shops here. So we will. Do we want to do shells, or do we? I think we're just gonna plop some stuff down. I don't think we're gonna do anything crazy. At least not yet. I do kind of like having them on these these like little roundabout areas. So we'll get one of those. We'll get one of these. I think we're also going to need a bathroom. Which of course I didn't really leave myself too much here. But I think there's enough there. What's going on with these people? I don't know what's going on with these people. Alright, I don't know what was going on with those people, but we got that fixed. Yeah, I think we're alright with that. Alright, let's do some last little bits of scenery here that we're going to need. And that is just the benches and whatnot in this area. So, we don't want aquatic, we don't want mythology. Just plain a coaster bench. That will do. Maybe my favorite bench of all the benches. And I do believe this is good use of this area too, because we're not going to have rides or anything in the middle of these, so we can really just kind of load it up. With some different things here. And this is going to be our only place to sit at the moment, so good luck for our guests. You can see this has definitely started to draw in more people. People still saying it's expensive, but I think that kind of makes sense. I wonder if I should increase the speed on this, but nah, I don't think so. We probably could increase its capacity by putting the exit on the other side and speeding up the lift hill a little bit, but I don't think it's worth it at the moment. I'm really annoyed that this isn't drawing people in. Like, what's going on? Is there someone stuck, or do we not have an attendant here? Oh, there he is. Should probably hire a couple attendants. Let's get a couple janitors. One mechanic. We got one extra vendor. 2 extra ride attraction people. And of course, we'll just get a gulpy in there as well. So I have an idea of what I want to do for this coaster. I believe that you can build... I don't know what those mean. Okay, paths cannot be placed here. No pools can be placed here. No tracked rides can be placed here. Does that mean... I assume it's not a track like coasters. Yeah, because coasters have their own thing. But transport rides... Transport ride... So... I assume I can build this monorail across. That's technically a track ride. Well, either way, I think we're going to try and find it. This reminds me of the One Planet Coaster scenario. The Gully Miss Molly or something like that. Or where you don't really need to build a big coaster. You just need to build a coaster that has a huge drop. And that's exciting a little bit. So we'll get that going, but we're going to need more money. So I think what we're going to do is actually we're going to see what kind of loan we can take. Oh, we can take a lot of money. So if I get 17,000, let's start with 15. And 25,000 I think should be enough. We're going to build our coaster. Where do we want to build it? Yeah, I think we're going to build it here, and then we'll probably have the queue sneak in here, and the exit sneak over here. So let's jump into the time lapse and see what we can come up with. Alright, so we have our ginormous, huge coaster, unnecessary drop, and probably one of the ugliest coasters I've ever made. But again, this is what happens when you're just focused on the scenario. Scenery rating's pretty terrible. It is a pretty big coaster too, but it's going to get the job done for us. 821 for the Prestige, that's better than I thought it would be. We might just go dynamic here. I think that might work best. But we're going to complete this, and that's going to finish our bronze objectives.
Coasters at this altitude get my heart pounding. I wish there was a pool to dive off into.
I mean, the water below looks pretty crisp and cool. I bet you could slide right down the side here. Woo! We wouldn't even need a flume.
I'm not going to do that, and neither should you, ever. But I'm loving the creativity.
Alright, so there we go. Bronze objectives complete. Collider, this other coaster, is the top coaster in our park. You know, before we get into anything else, let's go ahead. Hopefully, this isn't going to take too long, but we're going to take a ride here on our crazy coaster that we had just created. Alright, so obviously there was a little bit of tree clipping there. I couldn't move this tree, which annoyed me, and I didn't want to mess around with it too much. But yeah, pretty insane coaster that we have here. It's got like a 300 some foot drop, which is just shatters the need that we had. 347.7 feet. Max vertical is 5.4, which is, yeah, it's okay. Laterals are minimum. Okay, so you get some good ejector time. Honestly, it's not bad for the minimal amount of work that we did for it. Speed, max speed 105.1 miles an hour. It's clearly very, very fast coaster. This is a very, very big drop, and yeah, it's just that's like the big finale. You get to the bottom, you come back up, and then you have a chance to recuperate everything that you had here. And this should really just have a lot of people. It should eat a lot of people. There shouldn't really ever be a line with how this ride is. So I'm interested to see how this changes the dynamic of our park. Hopefully, it takes some off of this. But yeah, I think that is looking good. So let's jump into our objectives here. We need to build a coaster with a length of at least 1,968 feet, and we need 80% of guests in a good mood with 2,500 guests in the park. I think that will be fine. Then we need to complete the monorail and set it to open. So I am curious how far away we were. Oh. Oh. We did that, so it's not going to count this one. Or will it? Just hit a button. I don't know if that was a good button to hit. Clearly it's smart enough that it wants us to build another coaster, so we can do that. But we need 2 new flat rides first, and I feel like we need more in this area of the park, just because we want to try and make sure that we attract people over to our new ride here. So I think what we're going to do, I don't know if we have anything small enough. We can just kind of throw in a Planet Coaster synchronize. Although we don't have the money. So that is an issue at the moment. So we'll go ahead, I will fast forward a little bit here. We'll get probably like $6,000-7,000. I think that should be enough for us to get our next 2 rides, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we got our $10,000 here, and I just remembered that we had an issue with luxury in our last scenario. So we are going to take some of these stalls that we have and just kind of plop a couple around. Whoa. Something, I was not happy with something there. So we're just going to plop 3 of them here. We can throw this one on this here, maybe. There we go. We need to remember we have to open these. So hopefully this will help with luxury as we get through more of the park. Now, I did want to send a couple non-blueprint stuff around. And that is just like the shop counters. So we have Chief Beef. We probably want to have... Ooh, yeah, let's do a pizza, which we'll throw over here. And we'll also give a drink stall over here. I don't know what that one is. Oh, it's so delightful. Yeah, that's good. So we'll get these open. And then we'll throw 2 more over on this side. Yeah, we're going to do slush hour. And we'll also do the vegan shop. I don't remember what it's called. Viva la Vegan. And then, of course, we are going to need to duplicate our bathrooms. So we'll go ahead and just do that. And we can honestly probably throw this... That should be fine. And then we'll throw another one over on this side. And that should be fine as well. I don't think I need to open these. No, those open. Okay. So hopefully, I did notice that... okay, so we clearly still have an issue with luxury. Sunburn is fine. Mood, everyone seems pretty happy for the most part. Entertainment, hunger, could be a little bit better. Thirst, all that. But I think we're going to do a little bit better. And just having some souvenir stands around, I think, is going to help us a lot as well. We should probably hire at least 2 more vendors. And then we are going to hire 2 more ride attendants, because we are going to add in 2 more rides. Now, these are not going to be themed rides. So these are just going to be custom rides. I want to do the big wheel. And we're done building our 2 flat rides. So that was pretty quick. We didn't have to go too far here. Guests in a mood. I want to say it's because of the rain. Thirst, restroom, nausea, energy, panic, luxury, sunburn. Yeah, I want to say it's because of the rain. I'm not going to focus on that yet, just because I don't think there's a need to. So we'll keep that going. We do need to make some money, though. So we'll actually throw this on fast forward in the background. Hopefully the rain stops. Okay, so we are doing really well. We got our money. We're almost at $26,000. I did make some minor changes to the park. I added benches and trash cans all around. I hired some staff that was desperately needed. I put in some body dryers because this park, it rains a lot. So we needed those. So we got those set around. I also forgot that they charged for people to go to the bathroom by default. So we took that charge off. Oh, I didn't mean to click on whatever that was. But while we were fast forwarding, we did have 80% of guests in a good mood. I will point out, if you are doing this scenario, when it's raining, people will not be in a good mood. They're going to be soaked, so just be ready for that. Get your body dryers in, because then as soon as it stops raining, those body dryers, people will start going into those. They'll become dry, and people will be happier. So just be aware of that, because it was a concern. I think it was at 35% of people in a good mood. So it wasn't great, but we survived now, and we're looking much better. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to build our next roller coaster. It is not going to be anything close to this, but we are going to do a much smaller ride, and we are going to try and put it into a blueprint. So I am not going to put the time-lapse footage of this build into this career mode episode. I will put up a separate video of that. That way, if there's someone that doesn't want to see the career mode, they have access to be able to see just the building of this blueprint. So we will take a ride at it when we come back. So I'll see you in a second. All right, so we built a coaster. We did not do a blueprint coaster here, and that's just because I did build something, and you're going to see that. There's a mythology coaster that's going to be put up on the workshop. It's actually already there, but there will be a separate video for that one. It ended up not fitting in this area, so that's kind of why we just kind of did our own thing. We're not really going to theme this at all. But we did get this open. It had the stats that we needed, and that was the length of 1,000 something or other. Yeah, and I can't see it anymore. So now we just need to get the monorail open. And then I believe what's going to happen is I think it's going to start to go into water park stuff. So we're going to have to get some money. and we're probably going to need to do that pretty quickly here. Hopefully people will start to go ride this thing, because it's got some really good some stats here. Scenery kind of sucks, but okay, we're getting some people. Do we go for bargain? Yeah. Maybe we just go for bargain and try and get that. You can also see that I had to rework some of the queue line here. I was also really annoyed that I could not delete this when I was trying to build my blueprint coaster. That is just like a permanent thing that's there. I couldn't move the sign over here. So that's why everything just looks a little different now. So this coaster is actually kind of interesting. It would be a lot of fun, but it also would probably hurt in some areas. So there's that. But we'll fast forward until we got enough money to put our final station here together. And actually, can we take out a loan? Can we just confirm loan? There we go. So now if I don't want that side, I want this side, and I hit the wrong button. Good job, me. There we go. Now let's see if we can figure out how. Shuttle mode. Okay, so we got shuttle mode. I don't know if we need 30 miles an hour.
The park is looking unbelievable. Massive engineering respect for your problem solving. But, Hank, who did you say the agent was that sold you this place?
Oh, yeah. Real nice guy. He kept laughing while he was showing me around. Finds rocks funny, I guess. I think I have his pen somewhere with some details on. I'll go look for that while you both go and do park stuff.
And there we go. Silver objectives complete. Pretty simple. And now we have to build 3 new flat rides. What else do we have in here? Another coaster with at least 4 excitement. Another coaster with at least 5 inversions. And the 3 new flat rides. So holy moly, we have a ton of stuff to get to. And we should probably start jumping into that. Oh, you can see our ride is actually drawing some people in here. I'm thinking that this is probably going to... Although this shouldn't... I mean, if this one's not getting much of a line... it does have a little bit of a line now. This one can hold a lot of people as well, so I guess we'll find out. But we'll have to make some money, and then we'll come back and we'll have to start getting to build stuff over here. I guess we're not getting into the water park stuff in this scenario, so I guess that's fine. But I'll see you then. Alright, so here we are. We've completed building our coaster. We've also added in our 3 flat rides. We haven't opened anything. I did address most of the concerns except for maybe this power, which I think I just need to add some power, which we can do that on this side pretty quickly. So let's go ahead. We'll do that. We need a power generator, which we should be able to just plug in right there. And then if we double click on him, we can get that, and there we go. We solved our power issue. Now, if you remember, which I'm sure you do because we went through this time lapse pretty quickly, we needed to build 3 new flat rides. So let's focus on that first. Now, the only one I didn't test was the carousel, so we'll go ahead and start getting that tested. Alright, so we go ahead, we will open this. Our custom price, what if we do, I don't know if we want to do dynamic. We'll do some bargain pricing. I think that should be fine. Our upswing, which of course I didn't necessarily want to do the Viking, but I also felt like we needed some type of theming over here, so that's why we got the mythology and the Viking rides in here, because I was not going to be making a blueprint here for these. So we get our upswing open, and of course our carousel here, which is not going to be anything spectacular. And we have completed the 3 new flat rides. Now, the coaster, we want to take a shot at getting both of these done in the same coaster. And I think we did that. We have this nice Arrow dynamic coaster, our Dart kinetics, and we have 3 trains on this, so this thing should, if it can get a line, it should make us a ton of money. Scenery rating is not very good, which we're not too concerned about. It still says there's no power. Which is an interesting issue to have. I am not sure. Oh, power available, 0 out of 20. So clearly we just need to add another one of these. So we'll just duplicate this. We don't want it to be right in there. And if we connect that, there we go. It's probably because I opened up these other 2 rides here. Or 3 rides. It probably took some of that power away. So we will go ahead and we'll take a look here. Our pricing is at 627, so that's pretty low. Excitement over the 4 at 535, which is good. And our inversions is 6, so we will complete this objective here once we open that. We're going to hold off for a second because we have some management things we need to do. Now, I did place down some stalls here, so we did a hot dog squad because people need to be able to eat over here, and I didn't realize that was going to hire someone, so there's that. And then we also plopped down our Thirsty Frog, which is a blueprint that I created in one of the previous scenarios. That also hired someone, so whoops. I did hire 3 vendors, so forgetting that it actually hired people for this. We did place a restroom down, which should still be open. We also placed a body dryer down, which should be open. And then we did a staff room as well, because I don't think staff can take the monorail. Maybe they can. I don't know. You can see people are starting to use the monorail to come over here because now there's plenty of rides over here. So this monorail is probably going to start to get fairly busy, especially once we open up our coaster. Now, I do need to hire some ride attendants, so I knew the rides actually hire people. So we have 4 rides that we need, and we're going to hire 2 additional attendants. So they will take care of getting the breaks for these people. We also are going to add a... Who can we add here? Let's just add a King Coaster. I don't know why I feel like adding him, but I do. Now, we will go ahead and we'll take a ride on this. And I guess we should do that before we open it. Whoa. Alright, and you probably noticed through the time lapse, I did not smooth this coaster at all. You can definitely see it in some sections, but it's still not terrible. Definitely missed that tree there, but everything else, I think it's fine. I didn't smooth it specifically because I knew I had the objective completed, and I did not want to ruin it by having a lesser excitement rating because I smoothed the coaster. So let's go ahead, we'll open this up, and then we'll hear what they have to say.
Wow, check this out. Our little mountains are teeming with happy guests. Look at them go!
A park so good people will travel up all those steps to get here.
And I found that agent's pen. It says Suzuki Land on it. Land? What a funny name.
Suzuki? As in Kenta Suzuki? The dude trying to take down Oswald?
No, that doesn't make sense. If he's trying to take us down, why would he sell us a spot like this? I mean, the second I saw it, I thought, wow, look at the potential.
Hank, unfortunately, not everyone is a true visionary like you.
Alright, so there we go. Gold objectives complete. Collider was the most popular attraction there. Now we have some new objectives. We're going to have to gain some money. So we need to build a coaster with at least 6 excitement. It needs to get to at least 49.7 miles per hour, which we have done that. We need to get 45,000 guests in our park, which I think we'll do that on our own here. Whether it's through the shift change, as I call it, or just from adding in the new coasters, and then a daily profit greater than $200,000, which that one is going to take a little bit of time. We might have to boost up our pricing a little bit. But I don't think these are too difficult. We don't have to build any more flat rides, so that's nice. We just need to start getting people over to this area of the park, and this is probably the area that we're going to build our new coaster. So we'll see what happens here. Probably going to get maybe about, fast forward to about $30,000, and I think that should be enough for us to build our coaster. It's probably going to be a launch coaster because they're easier to keep the excitement up. But we'll jump into that time lapse once I have the money. Okay, so here we are. We've finished our last coaster. And you can see we've actually lost guests here, but I think that's okay. I don't think that's that big of an issue. But yeah, we did the LIM Family Launch Coaster. Uh, our stats are green across the board. We got 6.8 as the excitement. We only needed 6. We do have max speed of 55, which I like doing the launch coaster because I could control that and make sure we got above the 49 miles an hour or whatever it was that we needed to get. And, this coaster, I think is going to draw some people. So, we did open this one before I ended the time lapse, and that's because there's not really anything else. Oh, I forgot to put in a janitor and a mechanic on this side, so we got those in here. There are just like a lot of people just going home. We might be in shift change here. Yeah, look at that. Look at all these people coming in. So this might be where we get our 4,500 guests in the park. You can see, yeah, we're starting to aggressively gain, grow in number of guests. Our daily profits, that's going to be the challenge, I think. But I think we're going to get that naturally. I don't think we're going to have to do anything out of the ordinary for that. Our moods hovering right around 93%, so I think that is fine. And honestly, I think we just need to fast forward through. So you can see our coaster here is really nothing spectacular. Again, I did not smooth this, so I don't know what this is going to be like when we ride it. I haven't ridden it. It was another one of those things where, oh, I got the excitement. Let's just leave it and see what it is. I really think that section kind of reminds me of Rip Ride Rockit towards the end. It has some kind of weird helix thing where I'm sure there's going to be some type of pretty significant G-forces. But yeah, we're up to 3,000 guests now. We're going to fast forward this a little bit, at least until we see this thing go. And then we'll jump on that, take a ride, and after we ride it, we'll fast forward until we complete the objectives. If I do need to do any more management, we'll cut to that instead. So let's take a quick ride. Okay, so we are just shy. We're at 4,400. And I think we have some people leaving here. We are going to slow down the piece. We still have some people coming in. So I think we're going to go, and we'll see if I remember where we need to do this at. Advertising, yeah. What do we have to do here? What are the requirements? Oh, Matt. Oh, yeah, we don't care about that. We want to do this one. We are going to create it, and we are going to, I think we'll just leave it at $1,000. And we'll see if that makes any changes to getting people into the park. Okay, so we are definitely not getting the people into the park that we need. So we are going to go ahead and add in another flat ride. And I didn't really leave myself a lot of space here. So we're going to have to just kind of shove it in. And actually, that's not too bad. But we might throw in 1 or 2 flat rides here. I'll do a quick time lapse while I do this. Okay, so we are getting much closer. You can see we're going through another shift change. Guest mood is pretty decent. We are hanging around 44,000, but we still got some people coming into the park. So I think we might get there, and our daily profit is so close here. Now we just pin that for now. I think the guests count may be the challenge here. Oh, we just got our daily profits greater than 200,000, so that's good. We don't have to worry about that. The problem is right now we gotta get 4,500 guests in our park, and we cannot seem to break that mark. Makes me think that we might need to build another coaster, but oh man, we're 50 guests short. We're getting a little closer. And of course we're done with the daily, so here comes a huge group of guests. This is gonna do it.
Whoa, just take a look at our park now. I'm amazed at what you've done with it. It's like you pulled the image straight out of my head.
I know what you mean, dude. What was 2 simple mountains is now a peak theme park. Get it? Mountain? Peak? Mountain peak? Man, that was hilarious. I should write that down.
If only you knew someone who had just come into ownership of a fancy new pen, eh? Don't forget to give it back, though. It was a gift, and it's very dear to my heart.
Oh yeah, the agent. I bet they're feeling pretty silly now, eh, Hank?
I tried calling that guy. I was going to invite him to bingo. The number didn't work, though.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna hear from him again, man. But hey, this was a great time. I'm gonna miss it here.
Yeah, me too. I feel like we really stepped up. 20,000 steps to be specific. A new personal best.
Okay, so there we go. Summit Awesome has been complete. And yeah, this was an interesting one. I thought we were going to get some water park. I thought it would have been cool to have water park on one side, theme park on the other side, but nope, this was all about the coasters. So I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you saw something I could have done better, let me know in the comment section. And if you want to see some more awesome Planet Coaster content, please subscribe to the channel. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later!